What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
Do you want to see a school fight where the guy actually broke his back? Maybe you want to see a school fight in which Spider-Man went up against a school bully. Well, if you do, then we have just the video for you. That's precisely the reason why we've created this list of the 10 school fight scenes in movies. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Number 10. Archie attacked at school. Riverdale. Ever since we saw him at the construction site, we knew this man was trouble. He had some sort of a bad aura to him that didn't make us feel at ease. And in this scene, he actually attacked Archie in the bathroom, right after Archie got the message he escaped. Just as Archie hung up the phone, Ted came rushing through the door, grabbed Archie by the back of the neck, and then smashed his head in the bathroom mirror. Now, in the nick of time, Archie actually managed to push himself and Ted off the bathroom sink, and they both landed inside one of the stalls. After a few broken doors, a handle, and a toilet, Archie managed to smash that like button if you haven't done so already. But no, what he actually did was grab the lid of the toilet tank, and after a few more punches, he whacked him over the head with it, knocking him out. As he and Kevin were running through the halls, Ted quickly caught up to them, and he managed to overpower both of them. Luckily, a wrench in the head was more than enough to quote-unquote calm him down. Number 9. Peter Parker and Flash. When the Spidey senses get tingling, there's no telling what he can do. After all, he did manage to stop a speeding train. But that's not what we're here to talk about now. We wanted to talk about that time Peter Parker realized he had just received his superpowers, and then shot his cobweb at one of the lunch trays. When he tried to get it off, he flung the tray a little too hard, and it landed on the toughest guy in the school, Flash. Needless to say, he was not particularly happy about this. When he came looking for him, he actually found out why you don't mess with Spider-Man. He was dodging those fiery punches left and right, without even breaking a sweat. And when he actually landed his one punch, Joe Manganiello, Flash, flew 20 feet across the hall, and that bowl of soup on his head was just extra.
Which one?
It's all yours, man.
Number 8. Archie versus Reggie. Riverdale. After the death of Jason Blossom, Reggie just kept running his mouth, making conspiracy theories about who killed him. He just tried to be a smartass, and he blamed everyone in the room. But Kevin just allowed him to talk back. When he started accusing Jughead about killing Blossom, he started making up stories about how he did things to Jason's body afterwards. He just told him, "It's called necrophilia, Reggie. Can you spell it?" Well, this was more than enough to get him all fired up and ready for a fight, but just as he was about to hit Jughead, Archie stopped him, and then he just continued rambling on and on until he went too far. Archie shoved him, Reggie pushed him into the soda machine, and before you knew it, both of them were on the floor. After Reggie hit Archie once, the guys broke them up, and that was the end of that, but it was nice shutting Reggie up.
It's called necrophilia, Reggie. Can you spell it?
Number 7. Cody in the Zone. Agent Cody Banks. This is the main reason why you don't mess with a CIA agent from the Special Activities Division. Cody applied for a course, and then he managed to actually get a license. He was constantly going on missions, and one time the kids from the school were being bullies. So he showed them you don't mess with Frankie Muniz, aka Cody Banks. Just as they all carried him to the pool to throw him in, he started punching and kicking them in the face. The guys didn't know what hit them. Cody managed to fight off 6 of them at the same time, but for a CIA agent, that's like me beating up a bunch of 2-year-olds. After he gave them a good bath inside the pool and in front of all those people, he just quickly left the party. Everyone was clapping at him for his bravery, but he only cared about one girl, Natalie, who was actually played by Hilary Duff. Number 6. Jake versus Bully. The Dark Tower. This is what happens when the bullied become the bully. Everyone has that breaking point, and Jake's came when the school bully took his drawing book. I mean, it was all his fault. He was asking for it. Jake did actually ask him nicely to give the book back, but he just wouldn't listen. When he kept running his big mouth, Jake punched him dead in the face. When he fell to the ground, he just used this opportunity to land in a few more punches, and he kept telling him to give the book back. If that teacher didn't come in and break them up, we think that the bully's face would have been bloody by now.
Come on, man, just give me my book.
What's wrong? Meds not working?
Hey, give me my book!
Number 5. Reggie accuses Sweet Pea, Riverdale. Reggie is one of those kids that just gets your blood boiling. When Archie and the gang were discussing who killed Midge, one of them said that it was actually someone from the Serpents that did it. This is the point when Reggie lost it, and they all went to Jughead and broke into his private meeting with the Serpents. Reggie, being the hothead he actually is, he immediately accused Sweet Pea that he was the only one behind Midge's murder. The situation was so tense that when Sweet Pea started insulting them, the situation escalated to a full-blown revolution. If Archie and Jughead weren't there to actually stop the fight, who knew how far these guys would have went? Number 4. Show No Mercy, Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai has some insane fight scenes, and this one has managed to get 11.6 million views on YouTube, so you be the judge of how good it is. This happened when Kyler spread rumors about Samantha, and no one wanted her to sit with them during lunch. Furious, she went to confront Kyler about the lies, and he was just laughing and continued insulting her. She couldn't take any more, so she just shoved the tray of food on the floor. And just as he was getting ready to beat up a girl, Miguel walked into the room. He told him to shut up, and that's how the fight began. Miguel landed the first punch, but then Kyler wiped the tables with him afterwards. But Miguel managed to get himself out of the headlock, and then Kyler's gang stepped into the fight. More guys? No problem. Cobra Kai karate can take down any group of kids, no matter the size. Number 3. Where it all began. Never Back Down. The first fight between Ryan and Jake in Never Back Down was actually epic. Just the YouTube video managed to get upwards of 11 million views, and the thing that started this epic fight was also a video, but this one was released by Jake. Now, Ryan didn't want to give up his title as the best fighter, so he challenged Jake to a fist-fighting duel. At first, Jake refused, but when Ryan continued talking about Jake's dad, he just couldn't take it anymore. He put on the gloves and they got down to business. Now, even though Jake managed to land a few punches here and there were no match for Ryan's spinning leg kick, which knocked him out. Number 2. Jeremy Kicks Ass, The Vampire Diaries. Bullies, bullies, and more bullies. We all hate them, but where would high school be without them? And this fight scene is no exception. And Jeremy has had enough problems with Elena on his hands to be dealing with the 2 clowns that bumped into him. When he refused to talk to them, they just knocked his phone down. He didn't want problems, so he just knelt down to pick it up. Just as he was doing so, the guy kicked it from his hand, after which Jeremy was pissed. The scene was less than a minute long, and Jeremy managed to knock both of them down in less than 5 seconds, leaving everyone in the school with their mouth hanging wide open. Number 1. Broken Back, Cobra Kai. It was episode 10 and the epic finale of Cobra Kai. While the girls were battling it out on the stairs, Miguel and Robbie were trying to solve their own problems. And for once, it was Miguel who was winning. He was ready to break Robbie's arm, but then he remembered what Johnny taught him, and he did not want to be better than his teacher, to not make the same mistake. Sadly, Robbie was so pissed that he used this opportunity to knock him over the handrail, and as we saw Miguel fall down, our breath stopped and our mouths were dry. We saw that his spine was headed straight towards the bottom handrail, but we thought something was going to break his fall. When the inevitable happened, our jaws dropped to the ground. We couldn't believe Miguel was paralyzed. This scene was an unforgettable end to the season, so we had to make it number 1. And on that note, we end this video. But hey, which of these fight scenes were actually your favorite? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.